Hey everybody, it's Danny here from Botany Danny, and today come and join me as I go pondering around my ponds in my garden on this beautiful Saturday morning. Yes, this is bed hair, you see. Nice and fresh. So, because it's such a lovely day, I'm kind of gonna do some pond maintenance. As you can hear the trickle and see this pipe behind me, I'm kind of topping up with water. This pond has been a passion project for me, and I've really liked how it's kind of evolved. So yeah, I'll show you a few things about the pond, and yeah, we'll just stay for a cruisy coffee chat. So one thing I like to do with my pond is to come out here every day. I kind of pull out any kind of parts of plants that are kind of looking white or yellow, and I tend to do a little bit of weeding. And I guess the idea of this scape is to try and grow plants around here that are self-sufficient. They'll draw on the nutrients from the water and the nitrates and the ammonia that the fish produce in this pond to then help them flourish and grow. And I think my aim here is to kind of get this kind of ground cover to spread all the way around the edge. Now, I've had this pond for about 2 years probably, so I do have had some highs and lows when I've been working on it, but more just so like trying to get it to be the way it is. So ponds are a lot of work. They do require like maintenance. There's a lot of algae issues sometimes I've encountered when I've worked on this pond. Birds come down and eat the goldfish. So yeah, there are a few things that you gotta watch out for. Definitely love these ground cover plants that kind of like creep and start cascading. I think part of this is like a pipe that I think I should have hidden when I built the pond. Maybe I should have hidden it more like along the edge. That would have been a little bit better, but it is what it is. And I used to have this covered full with like hyacinth floating plants, but now I'm trying to grow this like ground cover so it goes all the way across the edge. I've even lined some of my pond with sphagnum moss, so especially this part. That's what is kind of letting all these plants grow, is that there's sphagnum moss underneath, and so the sphagnum moss draws the water and nutrients up from the pond to allow these plants to grow the way that they are. Now it kind of started like as like a garden that was full of weeds. There was this like tree here with like just like vines growing everywhere. There was like a cement plant pot that was just like sitting here. It was pretty bad. And every time I try to grow vegetable, I think I had this one phase where I thought, oh, I'll make a herb garden here. Completely failed. Completely did not like work out. And so I thought, what would be a more permanent way to get rid of the weeds? Dig 2 holes, fill it with a bucket of water, and yeah, you've got this pond. I've even sometimes put out like a picnic rug here and laid out and just kind of like read a book under the sun, but probably one of my favorite spots in the garden. This pond kind of starts up here at the very top here, flows down into this kind of top pond, and then now the plants have kind of like grown a little bit more lush here. So the water tends to fill up here and banks up a little bit, and then it trickles over down into this lower end pond. Here's my hose that I use. And then down there, the pump pumps it into the filter, and it goes all the way back up the pipe and up to the top. And so often I'll cycle the water and aerate it. A couple of the issues that I found with this is that if I leave the pump on all day, the water level drops, and one of the biggest challenges with creating ponds is that when you have a drippage or a leakage somewhere, or the water level goes down, it's very hard to find out where the water goes. So it's one of the big frustrations with wanting to run a pond and keep the pond going. And I think if I were to set the pond back up, I would have probably did a little bit more work to seal the water so that it would be funneled in the right direction. So yeah, that's the kind of pond journey I'm going through so far. Yeah, if you like what you see, definitely subscribe and follow me for more plant and aquarium journeys. See you later.